Hey guys, welcome back to the Real Southern Garden. I'm Sarah, and today you're joining us on one of our antique shop and craft shop excursions that my mom and I go on. We are looking for a couple things for a couple projects we have coming up. We've got some Amaryllis bulbs that are coming in probably in about a week. And then we're looking for some containers for those. We do already have some, but we're always adding to the collection. And then we're gonna force some red tulip bulbs for Valentine's Day. So it takes about a month for those guys to grow into a flower once you plant them. So it's coming up here pretty quick. About a month from now, we'll be actually putting them in the containers. Very loud car is going by. So it's a motorcycle actually. Anyway, and around January 12th or so-ish, I will be putting those into their containers. So they'll be beautiful flowers for Valentine's Day, maybe a few days before that. And I think I have a plan for them. I want to do blue and white chinoiserie because I love that look. It's classic. I just like it. I like it with every flower color and every holiday and everything. So I do have a set of little planters that are in my china cabinet that I would like to use, but they're in my china cabinet and I don't want them all gross. And once you put water and dirt in them, they're never quite the same. They're always going to have a little bit of usually a tint to them because they're used. And so what I want to do is probably get another set off Amazon, and I need to put the link in the description. Probably will go that route if I don't find what I'm looking for today. And they're pretty inexpensive. They're like 25 bucks for 3. So they're really pretty too. So probably going to do that with the red tulips. I think it'll look fantastic. But in the meantime, we are going to head out to the shops in the real world. Not that Amazon isn't the real world, because it is. It's the world we live in now. Anyway, we're going to head out to the actual shops that you walk into with your feet and see what we can find. So come along with us, have some fun. It's always going to be fun because it's shopping. And let's go. So my mom actually drives and I sit in the back seat between the two girls, and it works out better. So our first stop was the Magnolia Market, which isn't too far from our house, and we've never been here before, so we were super excited to check it out. They have antiques, and then they also have some more crafty items, but a good portion of what they have is thrifted. And it was pretty cold today, so we had the baby bundled up, and of course my oldest had on her coat. And so it's laid out really nice. Everything's kind of in divided booths, and they have the first little booth that we came to had a lot of garden stuff, some succulents, some live plants. There's actually a rooster and a chicken in this booth that I think I want to go back and get, but I did not get it on this trip. Maybe it'll still be there. And like I've said before, getting to go shopping with my girls and my mom is really special, and we have so much fun. They're the chickens I'm talking about. I want to put them in my kitchen, but we'll see if I get them. But yeah, we just have a great time, and I can't do a live recording of audio while I'm in these places because they play a lot of music in the background, and you will actually get like a copyright strike if you have some of those copyrighted songs playing in your songs when you upload on YouTube. So that is why you will always just see voiceovers on all of my antique and shopping videos. And this booth right here had some really neat hand-painted, just like horse pictures and different animals I really loved. And there's my oldest daughter pushing the baby. I'm loving the age gap between these two because she is a huge help for me. And towards the back of the store is where I found these little gold trees that actually became part of my Christmas decor this year. We picked up 3 of them. And I just think that they're really cute. They look like they're lit up when they're not lit up, and they just add some sparkle and shine to the front porch. And I'll have them for years, so they were a good find. And then there were tons of really cool ornaments, but a lot of them you had to buy the whole set, which I did not want that, but the baby enjoyed looking at them. And then these poinsettias, you saw those on my porch. These were really, really good quality, and I picked them up for a good price. Then we headed over to the Tin Bucket Merchant down in downtown Dallas, Georgia. And this is such a cool store. They have some antiques and then a lot of other just little gifts and knickknack type things, but the entire top level of the store is decorated as a Christmas Wonderland year round. So I really wanted to take my girls here this year. And boy, do I love local shops like this. And you know, it's the way that it used to be everywhere. But it's just so neat to shop small during the holidays when you can. And they even had a little area that had fudge and popcorn, and you could buy drinks. And in the summer, they have ice cream now too, but just such a cool spot. So upstairs we went, just my daughter and I actually went, and my little baby as well. I was wearing her, but look at this little Christmas Wonderland upstairs. If you're ever in the area, you got to check this place out. And if you're not, just enjoy this video. But oh my goodness, the lights, they have some animatronic deer and some other Santa Clauses and things that move back and forth, and there's music going, and oh my goodness, when I was a child, I would have just been beside myself to see this. And it's really a neat story too, because the guy that owns it, he and his grandmother actually bought this place and opened it together in 2018, and she has since passed, but he has of course kept it going, and it's just a really sweet story and a beautiful store. They have just done a great job with it. And they of course have all kinds of ornaments for sale up here, and you know, just different Christmas things, but I was just so taken back by the beautiful decorations that I was just too busy enjoying those to really do much shopping while I was upstairs. It was definitely a highlight in our trip, and I love that little deer that moves back and forth. Such a cool spot. We'll definitely be back. And then, of course, here we all are enjoying everything. The girls were just loving it. And then we made our way back downstairs and back to the truck, and we passed the town square of downtown Dallas with their really pretty tree and the courthouse, which is still under construction. And then we head to the Dallas Markets, which is a very, very big indoor craft mall type, some antiques, but I would say a lot of the things are new that are in this particular store. But they have different vendors and different booths set up. It's a really fun place to take the kids and just kind of get lost. And as I always say, we were looking for specific items, but we get distracted and always end up with some extra things, or maybe not even what we were really looking for. But it still makes it fun. And, you know, we're all together just having a good time, and that's what it's about. I think it'd be fun to maybe do a gallery wall one day, but I'm not there yet in my decorating in my house. I really love these little chicken, I don't know what you call them. There's a name. They're not called chicken blocks, but I ended up getting those. And they had cats here for sale. Now, these are rescue cats, but they had them kind of in a china cabinet that turned into a cat house. So they're trying to find good homes for them, but my girls did like seeing the cats there. And then I really liked this wreath, except for I like the cotton and then the blue plates, but I'd be afraid that it would fall. It would fall off my door and break. And check out that sign. Isn't that hilarious? I mean, if the sign says it, it's got to be true. And then it was time to head home. Let's talk about what we got. So we got these little gold foil Christmas trees back there. We got those at the Magnolia Market down the corner, around the corner from where we live. I love them because they look like they're lit up, and they're not lit up. They're just like gold foil. They look great. I love them. Then we got those two big silk poinsettias in the back. They were really good quality, and I got them for a really low price. The container they're in was kind of falling apart a little bit, but that's not a big deal. I just stuck them in the baskets that I had my mom's in, and they're good to go. And they're very expensive to find good quality silk poinsettias. Super expensive. And so if you can buy them after Christmas, that's always a great idea. I am terrible about doing that. Like when Christmas is over, I do not like to see more Christmas stuff. I don't want to shop the sales. I know that's terrible because that's what you should do, is shop the sales and get them on for a really good price. However, these days they do have a lot of sales before now. But anyway, I got them before Christmas to use this year. What else? We also got the little chicken boards. I don't know what you call them. They're like a little picture, but they're like a block of wood with a chicken picture on it. Well, there's all kinds, but ours are little chickens that we bought. And they looked like my chickens in the back. So of course we had to get them because they look like our chickens. So now they're at home on our bookshelves in our family room. I need to show you guys that bookshelf one day and just all the little different things I've collected. I'm pretty picky about what I will get. I like it to have some kind of meaning to it. And I wouldn't say I'm not a maximalist, that's for sure. I'm not a minimalist either. I'm somewhere down the middle, but I want stuff to have meaning. I think if everything has meaning to you, well, does anything have meaning? Because you got to have some really choice things in your collection that really do matter. And I think that's what makes it special. For me, I have something I put out every Thanksgiving. It's a big turkey. It's an Italian painted turkey. It's super cool. And I put it out every Thanksgiving in the same spot. So my kids will hopefully grow up with like, hey, Mom, that was Thanksgiving. Mom put that giant turkey out until they remember Thanksgiving. Hopefully they'll remember me and the things I did, but they'll remember that turkey too. And I can pass it on to them. And then for Christmas, we have a really cool Christmas tree that my aunt gave us. It's a really big ceramic, gorgeous tree that we will have in our family forever now as well. So I always like a very, a wow factor piece that I can put out every year that my kids grow up with, that they just know, hey, that's our Christmas symbol, and that's our Thanksgiving or Halloween, like whatever it is. So anyway, that's just me, but we found some cool stuff today. All right, so I'm just going to take you guys into my little entryway really quick and show you a couple things. So when you first walk into our house, from the front of our house anyway, this is what you see. I've got my red lion amaryllis here blooming. It is gorgeous. This is actually one my mom planted though, but it's upstairs in my display area right now. And then these little birds right here, I got them on Amazon, and I love birds. I have since I was a little girl, and I'm a sucker for any kind of Christmas decoration with a bird. It's really hard to find like outdoor lights or yard decorations that are bird themed. You can find all kinds of like little ornaments, but not much else. So when I saw these, I just had to get them. I'll put the link in the description if you guys are interested in them. I think they're adorable. They're pretty good quality. They have a battery pack. It has a timer. You could put them in a tree if you wanted to, but you'd have to use twist-ems. You couldn't put them on a Christmas tree, but like an outdoor tree or something like that. They'd be a little too heavy for a Christmas tree. I'm going to reuse them for Valentine's Day and put little hearts around their neck. I think they're adorable. I love them. And then that color blue that the Amaryllis is in, that's kind of the color that I collect besides the blue and white chinoiserie. So love that light blue color. And then this painting in the back that you see, it's either two sisters and a mother picking flowers, or maybe it's three sisters. We got this at the little antique shop down the street, and I would not be surprised if that painting used to be in this house before we bought it. And like I've always said, this house was full of antiques, so a lot of them got auctioned off and things like that. And my mom and I probably have been buying them back from the shop down the street. Who knows? But I love that painting. I think it's really pretty. And then this table that everything sits on, my little entryway table, it's an antique too, and it's from my great aunt. It's not dirty, but it's definitely weathered. So it has like smudges on it and some imperfections. But she was a big gardener, and we would just have so much in common. I wish I could just sit and talk with her today, but I really love having this table in here. And then on the end, I always have a porch book. That is the book that we read to the girls on the porch this fall. We read Charlotte's Web, and we're about to switch it out with a different book here coming up. But we always leave that right there, so it's easily accessible to taking it right outside. And then over here in the corner, this is kind of a funny little tree. We had 3 of these set up in our wedding years ago, and we still have them. And this tree is usually in our sunroom, but our dogs sleep in the sunroom in the winter. And even though they're getting a little bit more tame, they have moments where they freak out and they might eat this tree. So this tree has been brought inside of the house for now, and there it sits. And then at the bottom, I have 2 of my chinoiserie planter pots. These are the ones I usually put live plants in. Sorry about that, finger got in the way. They're from Williams-Sonoma, and I'll try to link those as well. They kind of are an investment piece, but I use them constantly. I love them. They're kind of like my anchor decorations on my porch. And then I have another set of these little light up birds on top of this china cabinet. And this china cabinet was from another great aunt in the family. And I love having this here because it reminds me of her. And I have those little chinoiserie pots that I bought on Amazon in here. I'm going to get a second set for those red tulips that we want to force for Valentine's Day. And I will put the link to these in the description as well. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I had a great time. I hope that you did too. And hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. And we'll see you next time right here at the Real Southern Garden. Bye.